when we're talking about self-defense, especially inside of partnerships or relationships with other people, sometimes defending yourself can get in the way of accepting the reality of what has occurred or what is occurring. So if something has come up and you've come face to face with your own shadow self, drop the defense and accept this aspect of yourself. Part of acceptance sometimes is forgiveness. Part of acceptance sometimes is apology. Hey Aquarius, welcome to your bonus reading for February 2021. I thought I would do a bonus reading because it's your birthday month, so why not? And also, because it's your birthday month, I'm giving away a free 30-minute tarot reading. So if you're interested in that, like this video, leave a comment below, and I will enter your name into the drawing. I'll be pulling names on February 15th. So I've already done your love reading for the month and also your general reading for the month. Check those out. You can also like and comment on those videos in order to be entered into the drawing. And, well, if you're interested in diving deeper, I'm doing personal readings right now. The information is below in the description box. Let's get started. I hope you all are doing well. I'm going to use the Rose Monaco Tarot deck. We're going to look at what's going on for you right now. Pull a few cards for that. We'll look at some challenges that are surrounding you. We'll look at opportunities. We'll pull a few cards of guidance, how you can best work with the energies that are surrounding you at the present moment. So, present moment, ooh, limitations. So you might be feeling a little bit constrained, restricted, like, oh, look at all these boundaries in front of me, these barricades that you have to overcome. This could be manifest in the way of sort of anxious thinking, anxiety. It's really, the message here is that it's self-imposed, that this is, you know, like limiting beliefs that you might have about yourself, about the world, about life, about others. And you're just coming face to face with them right now. Okay, let's pull a few more cards for the present. Ooh, yeah, strength. So another major arcana. Needing to realize or understand or dig deep into your internal reservoir of strength. Strength I often read as a card of really bringing to light those unconscious or subconscious motivations so that they're not driving the bus for you in your life without you, you know, knowing, sort of unwittingly allowing these subconscious or unconscious baser instincts, like these cards, I tell you. Subconscious or unconscious baser instincts, like, it could be like lust, it could be like greed, it could be any anger, any emotion that kind of gets out of control, gets out of your control. It's taming those. You might have come face to face just recently with your own, one of your own baser instincts. You might have woken up to the fact that, ooh, shit, I did that, didn't I? You know how sometimes we get unconscious and then do things from that place of unconsciousness, and then we wake up and we're like, oh yeah, right. That's my thing. That's my limitation. And so strength is so much about really facing your own limitations, bringing them to the light of day, practicing acceptance and forgiveness so that you can integrate. All right, so, this might have had to do with a relationship, a partnership of some sort. This reality that I just described, something came up, something bubbled to the surface and kind of wreaked a little bit of havoc. I feel like you recognized it and you were like, oh, right, okay, there it is again. And it most likely happened inside of some sort of romantic partnership. Okay, so this is your present reality, Aquarius. Let's look at challenges here around your present reality. What are some of the challenges? It seems like the challenges came out right away. So let's just learn a little bit more. This is a guardedness, self-defense. It's also standing up for what you believe in. It's standing up for yourself with confidence and competence. You're standing up, you're meeting the challenge. This is the challenges, though. The question is, what are the challenges? So there could be some self-defense happening inside of the scenario that we just described that is not as helpful in resolving this issue. So, self-defense, like defending yourself in the face of a mistake or defending yourself in the face of a situation. I've been thinking a lot about this recently. There's a story, and I'm going to butcher it, so forgive me. But there is a story about the Buddha, and you all might know this better than I, but he adopted a child that there was a woman in the village who was impregnated. And it went against the societal norms for her to be impregnated. Maybe she wasn't married or whatever. She was friends with the Buddha. He was not the one that impregnated her. But he was like a daily friend and a friend of the family. And she had the child, and she lied, and she said that the Buddha was the father of the child, and forced the Buddha to take the child and to raise the child. And they went on trial, and she was lying and blaming him and making him responsibility for this child, for her acts, her behavior, because she wanted to deflect the responsibility. All because, the society was against her having a child in a singular fashion. And the whole time that he was being blamed, and the fingers were pointing at him, and people in the community were saying how terrible he was, he said nothing. He took the child, and he raised the child, and gave to the child, and blended his life with the child, and he said nothing. He didn't say, "No, I'm not the father." How can you say that? He didn't point the finger back at her. He just did what he saw needed to be done. He accepted the reality. And then eventually, as the child became older, the woman took the child back. And again, he said nothing. He just accepted that she was taking the child back. And this was, a child that he had raised. When we're talking about self-defense, especially inside of partnerships or relationships with other people, sometimes defending yourself can get in the way of accepting the reality of what has occurred or what is occurring. So if something has come up and you've come face to face with your own shadow self, drop the defense and accept this aspect of yourself. Part of acceptance sometimes is forgiveness. Part of acceptance sometimes is apology. All right, let's learn about opportunities. What are the opportunities here for you, Aquarius, at this moment in time around this particular situation? If this reading is resonating with you, please hit the like button so that other people can see it. Really helps to circulate the reading to others when you like it. I appreciate your support. And remember, if you'd like to be entered into the drawing for a free 30-minute tarot reading, leave a comment below. I'll take names from there, and I'm pulling on February 15th. That's 2 days from now. Oop. The opportunities. Well, this can't get more obvious. Healing. That's the opportunity here. Recognition and healing. There is a recognition inside of yourself of all of the different aspects of yourself. It's like this thing came up, right? And it was like, ooh, it kind of wreaked some havoc. And there was like a shrinking away from it. Like you saw it and you like pulled back. And defended yourself. Or your defenses rose up, right? And then I feel like there was a recognition of like, oh, okay, there it is. I went unconscious for a minute there, and now I see what happened. And there is an opportunity for healing, particularly inside of this relationship, this connection, this commitment. Let's pull a card of guidance for you, my dear. What should we work with? Let's work with the Osho Zen deck. I'm finding that this deck is really good for advice and guidance as well, because it really does speak more to like the emotional slash metaphysical aspect of our lives, or of being a human being. No. Oh my God. I'm going to take this card out. This card, I'm going to show it to you every time I pick up this deck. And we're talking for like the last several weeks. This card comes up. What in the hell? Okay, I'm going to read it. And this time I feel like there's a deeper meaning that maybe I'm not getting at with this card. So I'm going to read the description. Because it just keeps coming up over and over again. And maybe if we understand it more deeply, it can go away. It can stop showing up. These three women are high in the air, playful and free, yet alert and interdependent. In a trapeze act, nobody can afford to be a little absent, even for a split second. And it is the quality of total attentiveness to the moment at hand that is represented here. We may feel there are too many things to do at once, but get bogged down in trying to do a bit here, a bit there, instead of taking one task at a time and getting on with it. Oh my God, that's happening in my life for sure. I don't know about you. Or perhaps we think our task is boring because we've forgotten that it's not what you do, but how you do it that matters. Developing the knack of being total in responding to whatever comes as it comes is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Taking one step through life at a time, giving each step your complete attention and energy can bring a wondrous new vitality and creativity to all that you do. Maybe this card is really speaking to the pandemic fatigue that a lot of us are experiencing. Here's another interpretation. Every moment there is a possibility to be total. Whatsoever you are doing, be absorbed in it so utterly that the mind thinks nothing is just there, is just a presence. And more totality will be coming, and the taste of totality will make you more and more capable of being total. And try to see when you are not total. Those are the moments which have to be dropped slowly, slowly. When you are not total, whenever you are in the head, thinking, brooding, calculating, cunning, clever, you are not total. Slowly, slowly slip out of those moments. It is just an old habit. Habits die hard, but they die certainly. If one persists, they die. Wow. If one is in one's head, they are not total. So these limitations, self-imposed limitations, fear-based thoughts. in one's head, not total. I feel like there's this process for you happening right now, Aquarius, of really looking at your shadow side and integrating, accepting, awareness, acceptance, integration, totality happening for you. Wow. Aquarius, I hope this was helpful. If it was, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear how this is like playing out and resonating for you. Wishing you the best in February. Happy birthday.